Hey everyone, what's up? We're doing a quick last minute little stream right before bed, so it's gonna be quick. I got everything working, so I figured I'd just show folks really quick what we got here. And I know how much you all love me, and nobody was wanting to go to bed. And we'll just do a quick tweet. I'd say I'll show you. I'll have the first version of my Kubernetes kernel namespace explorer up and running in version 1.0. If anyone wants to come say hi, I will be doing stream for about 10 or 15 minutes before bed. We'll see if we can get anybody to come here. I want to make sure my Autobot thing didn't tweet. Did not. We'll go novenly.com/live. Cool, and we need to add a few features, and we can kind of do that here. Go source github.com/Nóva hack. Here's our repo, and we're gonna push quite a few things here. The first thing that we're gonna push is going to be we'll put a proper readme in this. We'll say hack. We'll just say example. We'll put this is a personal Kubernetes, this is a Kubernetes exploit and container breakout tool. The philosophy behind the tool is to give myself and maybe others an easy to use platform to build and develop Kubernetes security tooling, specifically testing. This tool is designed to do things most users will never need and probably shouldn't do. Please use this tool responsibly and with caution. We keep all of our findings ethical and practice responsible disclosure. More information or to get involved, we'll say Kris@novenly.com, and that's, what is it, mail to Kris@novenly.com. That's how you do a mail to link, right? So we'll do that. Yeah. Cool. More information. We'll say more information. bugs or to get involved. And then we have our little example here. Okay. And then we're gonna come into command. And we're gonna actually, we're gonna add a quick feature. And then I'll show folks how this thing works. And I'll give folks a little bit of time to join the stream too. We had quite a few people earlier tonight. We're gonna add. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I don't even want to add this feature tonight. We'll get it figured out later. Yeah, so we'll do a quick git status, git add, git commit sm. We'll do readme updates. Git add. Oh, because I'm in command, that's why. There we go. Git push origin main, and we'll go and we'll add a quick. What is it? Kris, Nóva hack. We'll add a quick little. Kubernetes security and vulnerability tools and utilities. Security, Kubernetes, exploit, vulnerability, vector, hack. What else do we want to add? Tools. Research. Yeah, that looks good. And we're gonna want to do. Yeah, I mean, really, that's all you do there. That's all people really need to know. That's pretty good. Okay, cool. So, who wants to see the demo? I don't know, are people here? I'm assuming there's people here. Well, whatever. Anyway, if you're here, hi. If you're not here and you're watching this later, hi, hello. And I will show you all really quick how this works. We need to add a lot of logic later to. We're gonna probe for all of this. We're gonna build like a profile of like everything that we could potentially get from our host in Kubernetes with RBAC and all that good stuff, and we'll set up an interesting little set of profiles that we could probably export as JSON or whatever, and, you know, ship those around from one tool to the other, but that's all downstream feature work and we can get into that later. Right now, let's just get to the nitty gritty and I'll show folks how to do this. So you should be able to do this on any old computer. We can host a binary somewhere if we want, although I wouldn't suggest downloading anything, especially from me. Yeah, Kubesploit. This is somewhat similar, except for this. Mine's more of, like, built for me, and for software engineers, that's more of, well, anyway. It's a similar premise, right? Except for I'm also not trying to advertise mine to a lot of people. This is basically for me as a Linux security operating system infrastructure engineer. I actually need to do a lot of this stuff and test it a lot of the times, and I just need tools and resources and hooks to get into these different parts of the system. So this is really what a lot of this is. I'm trying to be ethical here, and I've worked at security companies. I don't want to be a part of that anymore. Not unless you're paying me a lot of money. So anyway, so here's how it works. You can see we have no resources found, and we can do kgit po namespace public, and you can see this is my Kubernetes server. You know, it's running nivenly.com here, which, you know, in this little exercise, let's make nivenly.com what we're trying to take down or hack or whatever. And it's pretty simple, right? It's a set of tools and resources. So really, all you have to do is git clone the repo, which is here, github.com. goodness gravy, it's getting late. github.com/krisnova/hack, and then go into that directory and type make, compiles it, and then make install. There, and now I have hack. You can run it, and it'll give you like some stuff. And there's kind of like an example here, and yeah, it's pretty cool how it works. It does a lot for you, and it figures out everything it needs to do. Well, not everything, but it has a reasonable first couple of steps. So you can type hack it, and it's gonna, IT stands for interactive TTY. So it builds a profile, it probes nodes, we find my public facing server, it probes the cube system namespace, it finds cube system, we're able to access it and list it, it creates a pod, it mounts /proc from the host if it can, and it tells you its container name, and then we've got this pod, it'll say pending, and then finally it'll go running, and then we attach to the pod, and here we are, we're in our container now. So now we're in a container, and it says host center used to target PID1 on the namespace. So you can see here, if I df-h, we're in the container, mount namespace, and you know, if config, you can see here, we've got, you know, my VXLAN with Calico. You can see there's a lot of different NICs here, all relevant to Calico. Doing all of our routing and everything for us, which is fine and dandy. And we can get down here, and any Control-C, this is what's interesting, any Control-C will automatically kill everything. So at any point you're doing this, if you just need to get the fuck out and clean up your work, you can do Control-C, and it'll catch SIGINT within the context of the container based on the way that we built it. There's a built-in signal handler, and it'll shut down and delete itself. It'll clean up the file system and everything on the way out, and that's how you can get out of there. But that doesn't really necessarily explain what all you can do there. If you were smart and you knew what you were looking for, like I was, you probably noticed a few things about the host that should not have been there, that were there, and we're just gonna wait for this to clean up, and then we'll run another one here. In fact, we can just do this really quick. So we'll do it again. We'll run a second one, and you can see how it's still pending and running. So we basically had to download a whole new image here, because it does mutate the hosts, the Kubernetes node from underneath you automatically. It cleans up after itself. So if you just run this host enter command once, so right now we're effectively in the context of the container, and if you run host enter, you're gonna notice we have a different bash RC now. We're still on the same host name because we're already sharing so many namespaces with the host, and we could really get rid of all of those except for the PID namespace. And we go into host enter, and if we do a df-h now, it's just a simple privilege escalation, and we're on the host, and the kind of attack vector here would be etsy kubernetes /admin.conf, and we'll put that in temp out, and sorry, so it's all my signals are trapped, so we can do cat etsy kubernetes admin.conf to /temp/out, and then we can go to /temp and list, and I can do cat out word count minus lines, and you can see we have 19 lines. I'm not going to show you my secret on the screen here, but that's effectively my root cube config, which is cool. And yeah, I did this all at FOSDEM a few years ago. This is nothing new that you're seeing here, but the point is we now have these really cool tools that kind of do everything for us, which is nice. So me as a systems engineer and a Kubernetes engineer, it's nice for me to be able to just grab a pod in a namespace that's got all my hacker tools on it, and if I need to just get on the host to see what's going on. I am on the host, and to kind of demonstrate how cool this is, you can see here we have /data on Alice here, and if we go into /data and you df-h, you can see, we'll ignore all of our overlays here. We have, where is it? /data. It's a 2 terabyte. It's a ZFS mount, and yeah, it's just a handy dandy little pod we made that can do some cool stuff for us. So anyway, we were working on that earlier tonight, and now it's pushed, and you could run it. So I hope everyone has a good night, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Good morning, Europe. I hope you had a good night's sleep. Happy Monday. We love you all, and we'll see you all